Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. The issue of breakup of Nigeria has been a very vital issue that is discussed in different quarters and in different sections of Nigeria. And we already know some of those key geopolitical zones that are asking for the breakup of Nigeria. But guess what? A former military administrator in the former defunct, call it defunct, Bendel State, and also a governorship aspirant, former governorship aspirant of Plateau State, have decided to also give his response concerning the breakup of Nigeria. And according to him, he said that he will fight anything that tries to bring about the breakage, that's the breakup of the country. According to Jeruseni, who is one-time Minister of Transport and Aviation and Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, disclosed this while giving an assessment of Nigeria after 60 years of independence. According to him, he said that there had been many experiences that he have had, both good and bad, in the country. I'll just quote some of the response he gave to the interview granted him. And here he said, "Yes, I still believe in one Nigeria. If anything happens to give me the impression that somebody wants to divide Nigeria, I will fight to keep Nigeria as one," he said. Going further, he spoke on his experience of the Civil War, and according to him, the experience was not nice because brothers were fighting against brothers. Oseni opened up and said this, and according to him, I quote his word, he said, "It was not nice at all, especially for us in the military, where we found ourselves fighting one another. Most of us were trained in the same place. We went to the same academy, and then suddenly we found ourselves fighting one another with guns. So it was not a good experience. The only difference with what we are experiencing now is that some decided to call themselves Biafrans, not that they are not Nigerians. So non-Biafrans fighting against Biafrans, and Nigeria was not ready to carve another country out of Nigeria. But God help us that it did not take as long as we are experiencing now, up to only 3 years. The whole thing was over. And when we thought we had peace, we started having these other problems like banditry, people fighting. During the Biafran War, it was one region confronting the remaining three. And as we all know, he is currently the overall person, is currently the chairman of a new found North Central group, which exited from the Arewa Consultative Group. And they made Nigerians to understand that the reason why they actually formed the group was because they seem not to be having so much from the Arewa Consultative Group in respect to fighting insecurity in the North Central. And guess what? This statement of his has triggered a lot of responses from Nigeria, because right now, as I'm talking to you, most, at least if we don't know so many, we know of two that are agitating for the breakup of Nigeria, at least into separate parts, so that they can get back themselves and return back to a place which they can call their home. I'm talking about the Biafrans, and now the Duduwas are fighting really hard. And Nigerians decide to respond, and this one says, "First, save your Plateau state from Fulani destruction before you save the entire Nigeria. Please fight now to conquer Sheku, to show your strength, to fight to save Nigeria. The Biafran War all of you are claiming to have taught was actually fought by Britain, Russia, Egypt, and OAU. So stop bragging, my friend." I don't know. And this one says here, "Husseini, what are you doing now to keep Nigeria one? You are wasting time because the Southwest is almost gone. You are all known for only vindictive trade. How well is your North Central? People have right to agitate. Stop your empty trade is hate speech. Why don't you advise for restructuring? Your people are also being enslaved. And this one say it's inside your grave you start and end your fight this time around. Not only you, OBJ, Buhari, and all your lies clamoring one unrealistic Nigeria will join you in your proposed fight underneath the earth. Just to show, with what you've heard, clearly shows that Nigerians are not in support of what he is saying. And this one said, if you are training in the same place and shed bowls of pepper soup, and later shed looted Nigerian wealth in what makes you brothers, the masses does not share the same sentiment. I don't feel at home with you on many issues because we don't speak the same language. Our tradition and values are different. I believe we are strangers to each other except when deceiving ourselves like Jerry Boy trying to do now. It's not in boy, you. It's a grandfather. This one said, brothers never fight brothers in the Biafran war. Vandals fought against a people who suffered genocide at the hand of Northern Nigerian civilian, and the Nigerian army, and only wanted freedom and security. If need be, I'll always fight, even 100 more wars to actualize a sovereign Igbo ethnic nation. To hell with your one Nigeria. So many people are talking against it. I feel that I understand the pains of the people, and I also understand where Jeruseni is coming from. But there is a missing link there, and the missing link is that the things that ought to have been done long ago was left pending till today. And unfortunately, no one seems to recognize that problem and see how it can get corrected once and for all. People are still struggling to accept that truth. Right now, some of them believe it can never happen, and for that reason, they have given up on the country and they are going their respective way. And what's the missing link? The fact that we were not proactive about some terrible circumstances that were showing up in the country. Now, there was a civil war which Nigerians wanted to paint it a no victor, a no vanquish war, so that we can stay together. But the question is, how well were we able to integrate these Igbos back into Nigeria such that they won't be marginalized? Because ever since that thing happened far back, from all indications, especially starting from 1999, we can forget all the years that had gone, but starting from 1999, there were no proofs on ground that these guys were fully being brought in. And some of the things that the government have done, some persons said that Igbos did not actually vote Buhari and all of that. But guess what? When you start up being, if you make up your mind to be the president of Nigeria, one of the things that you must divorce out of your system is playing party politics. Immediately you are being elected, you must come to this realization that you are like a father of different people from different ethnic group. So being a father, sometimes you do things without taking into consideration what is your political link with the people you are dealing with. For example, look at God in heaven. You know, he's the father of all, and we accept that fact. Now, guess what? There are a lot of people who do not even deserve to be alive till today. Imagine the kidnappers, imagine the terrorists and all of that. They don't deserve to live. But guess what? Whenever it rains, you realize that it goes even on their own roof, to show you that a time comes that God will just play a father to everyone, but at one time or the other, he will discipline people, you know. And that's the same thing the president needs to realize, that you are not a president of the North, you are not a president of the South, you are not a president of APC, you are the president of the entire Nigeria, irrespective of the ethnic geopolitical zones, whether they voted you in or not. So what would have happened? Integrate them into the system. When you realize that they are very needful, you make the people to see reason why they are needful. So the appointment, look at what happened some few minutes ago, a day ago, the issue of appointment in Pencom, you know, where Abaribe stood up and kind of rejected the appointment. There was, I'm telling you, a word match there, battle in Senate. Why? Because he feels that if this person had left and it was from South, it should be our own people replacing, you know, the Southeasterners replacing. And still, they brought in a Northeasterner. Now, these are some of the things that have already been on ground, generating issues. Now, no matter what you would have done, you need to stop all of that, because let it be that at one point when they sit back and maybe at the point of reconciliation, you're trying to reconcile with them, you can pinpoint those things and say, what did I do here? I did this here, I did this there, I did this here. That was to show you that you guys are still a part of this country. Those things are not being done. They presented the issue of Southeast Development Commission. It was turned down. But other places have been given these things. South South have their own. That's the Niger Delta Development Commission. Also, I think the Northeast also have it. We have a lot of issues going on in the Southeast, but hey, they denied them. These are some of the things that keep on triggering this thing. So for you to say you are going to fight, it's a good one, but guess what? It's keeping you're keeping the problem behind and bringing up a solution that can't even fix it. You understand? So I feel at this point that Husseini needs to have a rethink and go beyond just saying I want to keep the country to how do we make the geopolitical zone that makes up this country for them to stay united and for them to work for a single purpose. What are the processes we must follow to make this a reality? I think that's what you should be looking at. But guess what? That's my own view. Maybe you have yours, but make sure you don't insult anybody. Just go to